Today, we introduce you a new spinning reel from Shimano, 23 Vanquish, the second reel with Hot Topic Infinity Loop. Let's open the box to unveil. Oh, Erda came out all in sudden. Same as 22 STELLA, notice for slow oscillating. Documents for the reels as usual. Handle is in the paper bag like this. This handle is of course super light. See, you can see the pattern of carbon material. The handle is made by CI4+. And drag washers are also in the paper bag. One extra bit is a spare of anti-twist fin.
And here we go.
This is the body of new 23 Vanquish. The based design is pretty similar to previous model, but the spool color is light silver like this. Again, super light. C3000M HG, 170 grams, is actually not lightened from 19 Vanquish, but this new model has a lot of extra parts, especially to achieve Infinity Loop, the super slow oscillating system. So each part is lightened to keep the same weight. Of course, the handle is screw-in. Whole design is pretty chic, simple yet stylish to me. Not gorgeous, but can be matched to a variety of rods. Actually, the bail is really strong. It keeps the both opened and closed position very well. Close by crank is really hard because of it. And this sound is really like Shimano's. Drag knob sound is like this. And the drag sound, pretty smooth already. Sounds a little higher than 19 Vanquish. And the first crank. Oh. To be honest, this is slightly heavier than 19 model. Still really light smooth, but more wetty feeling like 22 STELLA. Maybe because of this oscillating? As you can see, the oscillation is really slow. That spools line near parallel, which has looser tension and can cast a little further as official says. Moreover, as the spool won't move too fast, I feel the spinning is extra smooth. And unlike 22 STELLA, the rotor has pretty light weight and low inertia, dead slow winding can be made easily. This rotor characters are really different in between Shimano and Daiwa, as Shimano has slightly lighter spin feeling, so the handle can go down by its own weight like this. But especially Daiwa's spinning reels with mag sealed is felt like braked by its mag oil, so feels slightly heavier, but handle won't go down that fast. But feels heavier, as I explained. This is not like which is better and worse, just for which feeling you like better. VS19 Vanquish. As described already, this 23 Vanquish is slightly heavier but more wetty feeling, against 19's light and dry feeling. So again, if you like lighter but dry feeling better, I don't think you need to renew. But if you like 22 STELLA feeling or want to have new features, absolutely 23 Vanquish. When 19 Vanquish is out at market, I was surprised its quality, but when I use 23 Vanquish, the quality is even higher. I don't feel any gaps from any parts, smoother and less vibration. 23 Vanquish is surely evolved from previous model. 23 bail is slightly heavier than 19 bail. Shimano's bail open or close is harder and more stiff, as auto return is even harder. Instead, it won't close or open unpredictably. Drag sound comparison. 23 Vanquish sound is slightly higher and again closer to STELLA, but 19 Vanquish sound is a little lower, more dry and plasticky. And this is only from hand spinning, but I feel new 23 drag is even smoother. This may be different after decent usage. VS22 STELLA. This comparison is for ways of usage. As you may already know, 22 STELLA is the flagship of core solid, tough, rigid and strong. So obviously heavier, but has more power and good for tougher use. This STELLA can even be used for similar to SW machine. So some fishing types keep winding or hardly jerking, or for boat fishing. 22 STELLA is absolutely better. But if your type of fishing is more for delicate, sensitive and lighter use, 23 Vanquish could be your choice. Now let's use this outside. Here we go. Let's try this new 23 Vanquish. Today's paired rod is Jackall BRS S88ML+SL. Looks cool with this rod, doesn't it? Both cosmetics are pretty simple and chic. Simple, but I really like it. 130 grams, 8 feet 8 inches rod matches to the reel well too. The first lure is Jado Susan 75mm 7 grams, very small action, eye-shape action minnow. This lure makes less action, which works great when fish is less active. Now is the time to try out the first cast. Oh, the line goes out really smooth. See the spooled line? The line keeps nice tension. It looks all right, not troublesome with your number 1 braids. Retrieving really smooth, great feeling. This lure does not have strong action, but I can feel the weight and current very well. The reel has less noise from each parts, so sensitivity of MGL series is still there. Cast, retrieve. I like this. Everything is super smooth. This cast feeling is really nice. I do stop the line manually when the lure lands, so I think line management is needed to use reels with super slow oscillating, but at least I don't feel it too much troublesome. Okay, let's keep casting. Yeah, I feel like I don't get line trouble like worried in the market. At least with PE number 1.0. I think this can depend on line quality as well. Low quality, cheaper line can be more troublesome, but it's the same to any other reels. Next lure is Jado Erda Zero Innovator, 81.5mm 9 grams floating minnow shallow runner, slightly heavier but more air resistant shape. Let's see the cast feel with this lure. Yeah, the line spools out really smooth again. And the spooled line is yet nice and fit tightly. This lure wobbles well and flips its tail widely, and I can feel that pretty well from the line. And again, super slow oscillating reduces cranking noise and gains sensitivity. Again and again, cast has no issue so far. Repeating, you should manage line at casting. Now I'm trying to jerk just under the surface. This lure has wide horizontal mouth cap in front, so it makes great action at jerking too. This is not such hard to retrieve lure, but I can feel the reeling torco is much enhanced. Please check how the line spools out beautifully. I stopped the line by my 1 finger at landing, and the line fits nice and smooth. Probably anti-twist fin works really well. And I am trying slow retrieving now with this, and I can feel this reel has incredibly stable. Repeatably, light and smooth, sensitive. To be honest, 19 Vanquish sensitivity can be slightly higher, but this 23 Vanquish is absolutely more stable for sure. Now, I'll keep the bail opened after the casing. See, the line keeps going out. This tells you how infinity loop lets line goes out super smooth. And closed the bail, but line is still fit and tight. See the line is still fit nicely to the spool? Okay, let's try the fast retrieving. This 23 Vanquish has larger diameter drive gear. That creates strong torque and I can feel it. Next lure is Yamashita Egi-Oh K Shallow Reef SP, Super Shallow Numa 3.5, 19.5 grams. At edging, you creates lots of line slugs and moves your rods pretty hard. Let's see how the reel works for this Egi. At edging, you jerk Egi pretty strong to jump lure up and down, side by side. And before jerking, you need to create line slug so the line switches loose and tight to make nice, attractive action to fascinate squids. I was worried to do this with 23 Vanquish as it might mess up the spooled line, so I thought I need to try this hardly to see if this infinity loop can be troublesome or really troubleless. Lots and lots of jerking I tried, and on each timeline, slugs were made. And the next cast. Well, no trouble still. Next, I'll try it much harder, not thinking about line management, harder jerking, and retrieve line slug roughly and loose. It's still okay so far, but one line is out a little upper from the spool. A little concerned? This is the trouble some of STELLA users mentioned at their SNS. This is a spinning reel backlash. The spooled line was too loose and bunch of lines were out at once and get tangled. When I cared about line management, this did not happen as you saw, but if you don't care, then yeah, maybe this reel can be tricky. Conclusion: Shimano 23 Vanquish is like a manual sport car. As another flagship spinning reel of MGL series, 23 Vanquish is really great, much evolved from 19 Vanquish as I showed you. Each parts are closely fitted, spinning is extra smooth yet light, silky more like 22 STELLA. In the other hand, maybe because it has extra gear from previous model, the reeling is slightly heavier and more wetty feeling than previous 19 Vanquish, which is not much concerned. But as already worried at 22 STELLA, infinity loop is not that easy to control to anyone including very beginner. Like manual sport type cars, you need to take care of line management while you use, which is of course very important to any of fishing reels. Therefore, I can't literally recommend this reel to very beginning fishermen or kids anglers. However, if you are experienced and can manage line while using, Infinity Loop can gives you extra cast distance, not drastically but still, a little further to reach the desired point. If you are not confident about that, or you don't want to think too much about it, then maybe better to stay with 19 Vanquish or select Daiwa 23 Arity.